What up, family? Yellow News reporter Mary Lee, Ash 20 Mary Lee. Today is Sexy Saturday in my city, Chicago. Whew, we gang banging now, baby. January the 16th, so they say. 2021. That's what they say. It snowed out a little bit outside. Let me show you. My city, Chicago, America. Look. Yeah, it's like the second snowfall this year in my city, Chicago, 2021, so they say. But it could very well be 2020 due to the fact of a leap year. Yeah. So, I hope you've seen it. All right, we're going to talk about Prince Roger Nelson, the artist formerly known as Prince. You remember he put this little symbol on his face or on his cheek, and then he wrote slave because him and his record label Warner Brothers were going at it because Prince, he wanted to be the highest paid artist in the 90s. But around that time rap was really starting to take off for real. But he was beefing between Michael Jackson and Madonna, because he felt he was better than the two of them. And I believe in his documentaries, Prince Slave documentary, and that I'll put in the description of this video, and that I'll probably call Mary Lee's Prince of Peace or Prince of Decease. Prince of Peace or Prince of Decease. And I'll let you know why I think like that. Now, Prince was a Gemini. They said he passed away. That's what they said. But, I think he and Michael Jackson was kind of like on some Tupac and Biggie type stuff, faking their deaths or whatever. Because, when you work and give such a performance of excellence, you understand what I'm saying, and competitiveness, you tend to wear yourself out. It's kind of like a baby that if you keep picking them up, they expect you to pick them up. But if you just let them cry, they're crying themselves to sleep or whatever and stuff. So, I'm dealing with a lot of, artists, by me being the originator of rap and the most lucrative genre of music there is, and has ever been. People tend to, look at me as though I don't know how to handle my business. Mystical said it best. He said, handle your business, don't let your business handle you. And for a little while, I allow them to handle their business or my business or both, you understand what I'm saying? Because I wanted to see if they could, do me better than me. It's always somebody think they could do you better than you, right? So, Prince Roger Nelson. Now, he has this name like Nelson because, my so-called sister, Linda Nelson, and who was married to this guy named Frank Nelson. And I always wonder if Prince Roger Nelson was related to, my older sister, Linda Nelson, because she didn't look anything like me. She was light, bright, damn near white. But Michael Jackson had the same complexion as me before, he altered his face or whatever the case was. Now, Prince Roger Nelson, his middle name Roger. Now, after 1995, and after I had given Oprah Winfrey, my voice to 3 cassette tapes, front and back, to the sound of music, and basically telling my life story and things I had gone through up until that point, as far as me being a child abuse victim, and kind of showing her my talents and stuff, pretty much bearing my soul, because at one point in time I thought Oprah was the pinnacle of everything, you know, as far as entertainment, because she was the one that I built up ever since the age of 17 in 1984. And when I gave her my child abuse rap at the age of 17. But before I gave it to her, I read it to my youngest niece, Dion Nelson, aka DD, my oldest sister, Linda Nelson, youngest daughter. Now, fast forward, I end up going to the psych ward in 1995. I didn't drink, drug, smoke, or fornicate, right? Because, you know, the powers that be wanted me off the scene, or wanted to label me crazy, because they knew that the genres such as Prince and Michael Jackson was starting to fade out, and I, being an originator of rap and of course hip hop, taking on that, you know, kind of, you know, copycat. It's rap, and then it's hip hop, and then it's mumble rap, and then it's blah 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 blah, right? You understand what I'm saying? And me being the originator of rap, and then you know, the branches. I'm like the tree trunk, and they the branches. You know, hip hop and mumble rap and whatever else. You understand what I'm saying? So they wanted to get me off the scene because, you know, what Prince was doing and Michael Jackson was doing was phasing out, and, you know, they was caught in their feelings or whatever and stuff. But they wanted to kind of, you know, discredit me all along because I would be worth the most, at least $1 zillion, because me telling the story, live to tell the story. I'm 53 now, born May 25th, 1967. And you got to remember that Oprah Winfrey went off the air in Chicago on my birthday, May 25th, but the year was 2011. And of course it was raining. And, you know, my favorite saying is, don't shit on me and say it's raining. Okay, so with that said, they put me on the psych ward in 1995 because I was with this one lady who was a part of the scheme of things called, you know, Donna Marie Evans. You know, she was an Italian or whatever and stuff. And, you know, she was just part of the scheme of things or whatever and stuff. And I met her with my next to the youngest niece, Juanita Nelson, a.k.a. Nene, on the 3rd and King Drive bus in my city, Chicago. Now, I always wondered when Donna Marie Evans tapped me on the shoulder, you know, out of all the people, because my niece could have been my girlfriend because we was that close in age or whatever and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? And she was big for her age, but, you know, I'm her auntie. You understand what I'm saying? And back then, yeah, I kind of liked the girls because, you know, I didn't like guys after being raped by 5 guys as a little girl. You understand what I'm saying? And a whole lot of other stuff that took place in my life. So I thought at the time, you know, I liked girls. And so when Donna Marie Evans, a.k.a. the Italian Stallion, also the famous prostitute, because these are the titles she had when I knew her, you know, for about 10 years. She was like the famous prostitute. She had people of the land America, you know, stealing and stuff for her. And, you know, she would buy it from them or whatever. And she too was supposed to be a Gemini like me, Prince, and Tupac and Biggie, right? Now, you got to remember, my ex-girlfriend, Donna Marie Evans, her birthday is June 19th. Tupac's birthday is June 16th. So all you got to do is flip that, you know, 6 into a 9, and that's June 19th, my ex-girlfriend Donna Marie Evans' birthday. But for every native, dark skin or whatever, there's a white person or somebody, you know, Italian or whatever, German, whatever, trying to take the identity of the real native of this land, America. You understand what I'm saying? See, everybody has some place to go, but they want to shit on me for some reason and say it's raining. Why? Because of all the lucrative things that Americans have come up with. You understand what I'm saying? And then they think they could come over and just rob us, okay? So back to Donna Marie Evans and her different occupations. She sold her body. She sold, you know, marijuana. She drank. She was a bartender. She tried to solicit me to, you know, guys to try to give me, you know, a bad reputation. She was a troublemaker. She never liked paying for anything. You know, she felt a sense of entitlement. She was a banker, a real estate agent. So when she tapped me on the shoulder, that she knew I was worth something. But at the time, I didn't know my worth because, you know, I'm young, trying to just figure out life, and I didn't grow up with my family, and they only took me in for the money. Long story short, I stayed with Donna Marie Evans for about 11 years. You understand what I'm saying? She and I, you know, broke apart. I ended up getting my first apartment on King Drive, 74th and King Drive, and, you know, I thought I was coming up in the world or whatever and stuff, but they kept their hands in my pocket, and they will always try to find something to discredit me and make me look like a bad person, when the truth of the matter is, I'm a business lady for real, for real. I sold general merchandise, music. So while they was coming up off of me, I'm selling their music, and they are trying to kill me and find a way to discredit me or whatever. So in 1995, I went to live with Donna Marie Evans because I felt, you know, lonely, and, you know, I was going through some drug episodes and stuff like that. You know, not a whole lot of bad, but, you know, I gave up everything to be with her again or whatever and stuff, mainly due to it was lonely and all that. You understand what I'm saying? I was lonely, but not today. I'm glad I don't have anyone. So I went to live with her in 1995, and her son, Mario Darrell Evans. She and I did nothing as far as sexual or anything, but I was trying to stop, you know, smoking Primos back in the day. That's a cigarette and you put some cocaine on it or whatever, or some crack rock or whatever on a cigarette, and you roll it and they call it a Primo, right? And I was trying to stop doing that. So I went to stay with her. Come to find out, she and I was doing more drugs than I was doing by myself. So what I did was I quit everything and stuff, cold turkey, for real, for real. This the honest guy's truth. Started writing my book, Awarded State / Coming Out Hard, about me being a child abuse victim, things of that nature. I had almost gotten done, and, you know, long story short, I stopped smoking cigarettes. I stopped, I just kind of distanced myself from Donna. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. And I had gave Oprah them 3 cassette tapes running back, and my voice to the sound of music and to the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech, okay? And they really saw, for real, my potentials and how, you know, much of an influence I could be as far as, you know, the people, as me growing up or whatever, and rap and things, and they believed me because I put my voice and my rap wake up call to all, to the Hail Melvin and the Blue Notes, Wake Up Everybody song. You understand what I'm saying? And it was flawless, and it was one take. So they knew I was competition. And not only that, Oprah at the time, she was losing ratings. She didn't know if she was going to stay on the air or not. So when I gave her a lifeline, she kind of ran with it, and then they threw me in the psych ward in 1995 and labeled me crazy. But I wasn't drinking, drugging, smoking, or fornicating, just like I'm not doing now. You understand what I'm saying? Real talk. So as a result, you know, they needed time to come up. So Prince, in his slave documentary, if you get to 129, you can hear him start rapping and stuff in it. You understand what I'm saying? And by me leaving the psych ward, they put me up north in my city, Chicago, called Rogers Park area. So remember, Prince Roger Nelson. So it's all competitive in this. And of course, they needed me in the end to discredit me, to make it look like I'm crazy and stuff. And in May 31st, 2008, they railroaded me in jail and said I disarmed a police officer, something I did not do, so they can, you know, usher in this new world order and discredit me. And of course, Prince, Michael, and all of them could get all the money they wasted and stuff, because I never spent anything, for real. I never had a new car, a house, or anything, while they was coming up off of me for 25 years, like Oprah did. You understand what I'm saying, on her show? You know, I'm left telling the story and holding the bag. But it's here, this called security, right? And if you look right here, you see Joy Cap. Tupac name is Pac, right? My ex-girlfriend, LaWanda Joy Jacobs, she was a Jehovah's Witness. Her name is Joy. Security. I'll get back with you on that.